If you're an entrepreneur, building your business around your superpower can help you be successful, love what you're doing every day. But what if you don't know what your superpower is? I'm Liz, the writer behind Green Goose Ghostwriting, where online entrepreneurs get help to write books that build their credibility, demonstrate authority in their niche, and help them serve clients in a bigger way. And I get emails from a fellow ghostwriter called Sally Ann Miller. And this week, Sally sent out an email with a link to a personality quiz, which might sound a little bit high school girlish, a little bit Cosmo magazine-ish. But Sally talked about how personality quizzes can help you identify your superpowers. And I can hear you thinking, I don't have any superpowers. Unless you count scrolling through Netflix for hours on end without actually watching anything. But everyone has a superpower. And I took the free quiz that Sally linked to in that email. And it was from a company called the VIA Institute on Character. It was free, though I think you can pay for a more in-depth report if you want to. It took about 5 minutes. And I was really impressed with how accurate the results were. So they have 24 character traits which they rank. And my number one character trait, according to this, and I agree with it, is perspective. So they define perspective as being able to provide wise counsel to others and having ways of looking at the world which makes sense to oneself and to others. My second character strength was social intelligence, which they say is being aware of the motives and feelings of others, knowing how to fit into different social situations, and knowing what makes other people tick. So my third was love of learning, fourth was kindness, fifth was good judgment, and then rounding out my top 10 we had fairness, prudence, creativity, curiosity, and honesty. Now, I love having this kind of insight. One, because it's kind of fun to take little personality quizzes and see what they reveal about yourself. Two, it explains why I'm drawn to ghostwriting as a career. I love looking at the world through other people's eyes, and ghostwriting helps me do that, seeing it from their perspective. I also love knowing what makes other people tick, which I think is tied into empathy. And that's something that I've always found relatively easy to do, to have empathy with other people. And I think that's really important for writing for others. I also think it's important for making the world a more peaceful place. But that might be another conversation. The three, I love having this kind of insight because it tells me what my strengths are. And it means that I can see if my business is playing around my strengths. Because when it is, I'm going with the tide instead of against it. Now, that's not to say that if things are difficult in your business, then you shouldn't be doing them. When you work for yourself, you're going to encounter a lot of things that push you outside your comfort zone, but they're essential. But if you can make sure that the core of your business plays to your character strengths, then you're going to find it a lot easier to be successful and to love what you're doing every single day. And that's what we all want, right? So I invite you to take this free personality quiz. I'm going to link to it beneath this video and see what your superpowers are. And then you can assess if your business is set up around those superpowers so that you can have a greater chance at success and loving what you do every day. Oh, and I'm also going to put beneath this video my 3-page personality report so you can see how all of my rankings were and get to know me a little bit better if you feel like being nosy. So that will be beneath the video, and I will see you next time.